Have you ever lost everything in a single conversation? I lost everything I thought was stable in my life during a conversation that lasted less than 10 minutes. No yelling, no slammed doors, just a couch, 2 mugs of cooling coffee, and a sentence I still hear in my sleep. My partner sat across from me, rubbing his hands together like he was nervous about the weather. I thought we were about to talk about rent or weekend plans, something boring, something fixable. Instead, he said, "I don't think I've been happy for a long time." That was it. That was the crack in the floor. I laughed at first because that's what you do when your brain can't catch up to reality. I said, "Okay, what does that mean?" He didn't hesitate. I think I stayed because it was easier than leaving. In that moment, I felt my entire history with him collapse into something flimsy. 5 years, inside jokes, plans, the apartment we just renewed the lease on, the future I carried around like a certainty. I asked if there was someone else. No, if he wanted to try therapy. I don't think that would change anything. Every answer felt like a door quietly closing. The twist, the part that still hurts, wasn't that he wanted to leave. It was that he'd already left emotionally, months ago, and I was the last one to know. I didn't cry during the conversation. I nodded. I asked practical questions. I even comforted him when he said he felt guilty. It wasn't until he walked out with a backpack and said, "You'll be okay," that I finally broke, because I realized I hadn't lost him in that conversation. I'd lost the version of my life where I felt chosen without question. The next few weeks were brutal. Explaining to friends, packing shared things, sleeping in the quiet, learning that grief doesn't always look dramatic. It can look like eating cereal for dinner and staring at a wall. But here's what surprised me. Once the shock faded, something else showed up. Relief. Not because I wanted the loss, but because I finally understood the truth. I'd been fighting for a relationship alone, and love shouldn't feel like convincing someone to stay. That conversation took almost everything I thought I had, but it gave me something back too. The chance to rebuild a life where I don't have to beg to be wanted, and that somehow made losing everything survivable.